Hey Gino, how you doing? Hey, today is Thursday. It's our jamming day, so I want to give you a little video to see what we're going to be working on. And for those of you looking in on YouTube, hello, welcome. How are you? Gino and I are working on various chord progressions, and we've already passed by 251, so we worked on that last week and week before last. This week we're going to move to 1625, so you can see there's a 251 embedded in that chord progression. Now I'm talking to YouTube community in general. My suggestion is learn chord progressions and then identify them in songs. You'll be glad you did, especially if you want to play songs in a wide variety of keys. You'll be glad you did that. Maybe I should put on my headphones because I should have done that. Should have done that before I started because you'll probably be able to hear me a lot better. Okay, here we go. Everybody says, and the crowd says, ah. And the crowd says, yeah, why don't you think of that beforehand? So let's get my camera down here to my guitar so you can see what's going on. Don't look at my dog. That's good right there. So now when we think of 1625, that's a I got rhythm progression. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to my screen and I'm going to move this over here so you can see this. Now there are one, 6, 2, 5 chord progressions in all keys. Now that's the big letters. Now I made this chart. Now you could do the same thing. I made a video on how you can create these kinds of charts by going right down the circle of 4. Circle, 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 circle. Circle, 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 circle. So these big numbers up here, 1, 6, 2, 5, help me to learn 1625 in every key. Then I threw a little guitar fretboard diagram down at the bottom so I can find at least the root once I know the shapes. And you say, Michael, what's this? See where it says 3? Well, sometimes I don't want to play a 1625. I want to play a 3625. Or I want to play a 1645. So this chart's got me covered. There's some up or down diminished chords if I want to throw that in. So, but for now, where I'm interested in working is 1, 6, 2, 5. Okay, so some basic progressions. Okay, so you got that. If you don't, hit the pause button and copy that down or make it yourself or whatever. So thank you very much, chart. You're out of here. Some of the easier ones that we learn, let's take the key of G. So here's a G chord. I don't even have to tell you. I know G notes, but pretty much if you know jazz, you know this chord. This is a G major 7. Now I'm going to go here and get E minor. There's the 6th chord. And then I'm going to go get this A minor. There's a 2 chord, and then I'm going to get this D minor 9. Aha! I have a 1625 off the 6th chord. Now, what if I wanted a 3 chord? Well, I can go here and get it here. Now I need this B minor 7. chord again. Now, most people learn that probably within the first 6 months of playing jazz guitar, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. If I went to the 5th string and learned it there, now let's go to the key of C. So here's my 1 chord. And here's my 6th chord, A minor. Now I need a 2 chord, that's D minor, so I got a choice. This is not on voicing. There's a 2 chord, or you could have played it like this. And here comes my 5 chord. Now here's the 3 chord. Could have played this 3 chord. Or I could have gone here. 2, 5, 1. I am pretty sure that anybody that's watching this video is bored out of their mind right now because they know that already. They know those chords already. So stand by, I got some juicier stuff for you. So we're going to stay in the key of C. We're going to stay with 1, 6, 2, 5s. And I've got 5 what I call sexy voicings for you. Let me move them over so you can see them. Now, I'm going to leave that up because I don't know how my video is going to turn out, and I need to get my guitar video in the frame somewhere. So copy those down. So I'm going to move this over here. Well, why don't I do this? I'll play the first voicing, and then I'll move it out of the way, and I'll play it again. I'll do it back and forth. So you see how I made myself a chart. A lot of practice room is pencil and paper to figure out what you're doing, whether you're a note reader or. So a lot of our practice is getting a tab out and writing down stuff like this once you find it. So the first voicing we have is C6-9. Already we're getting sexy. Now our normal course would say to go to an A minor, but we did not. We went to an A7, in this case A7 sharp 5. So we're going from rest to tension, and then we're going from rest to tension. Rest to tension gives us that tension release kind of thing that we love in jazz. So here's a A7 sharp 5. You see the voicings written right under there. And now we have a D minor 9 here. Now we have a G7 sharp 5. This out of the way because I don't know where my video is going to be, and now you ought to be able to see me right now. So here it is again. 1, 6, 2, 5 to the 1, 6, 2, 5. Before we go much further, I have 5 voicings here. But I saw a book with several, like 50 voicings for 2-5-1s. But you can't drink it all in. So I just picked some that not too hard to play. You don't have to be Stretch Armstrong too much. That last one down there at the bottom, that's a bit of a Stretch Armstrong. But and it's the sound that's everything. So let's look at the second one. the second one is it's this. You say, well, wait a minute, that's E minor 7. Well, we went to the third of the chord, flipped it over. The bass players got C. We got this part. So we have a substitute here. We're substituting 3 for 1. And now we did the same A7 sharp 5 that we did on the first one. Right? We did the same D minor 9 that we did the first time. Those two are the same. So we're just sort of adding little things. Now we got a G7 sharp 11, which is this. This is kind of a, might have to get used to that chord, but I like it. Remember, we play by numbers. So here's the root, here's the 7th, here's the 3rd, and this would be the 5th. Here's a regular G7. We've taken this 5th in our 3rd finger down 1 fret, change our finger around a little bit. That gives us a G7 sharp 11. And that either goes back to one chord that we had in the first example, or this one we had in the second example. Okay, so let me move my sheet away so you're finished copying that. Let me play that again. So this time we said 3 is going to substitute for 1. We got an A7 sharp 5, D minor 9. Now we have a G7 sharp 11. And I like to take that to that one chord we had in that C6 9 chord. That's another cool 1-6-2-5 voicing that you can practice on. Now, let's look at the third one. I was telling my piano students, I spent 5 minutes telling you something. You spent 50 hours, getting it down. That's just kind of how it works. Now the third one is just a straight up old C major 7. Everybody knows this chord and loves this chord. But instead of playing the A7 sharp 5, we're going to play an A7 flat 9. But really we're playing an A sharp or B flat diminished. You could call it an E diminished too. If you want to remember how to get from 1 to 6, just go to the third of the chord of C. We started with C. Now go to the third of the chord and play a diminished chord. But if you're thinking in terms of A, you want to go up a half step, play a diminished chord. So we're going to call that an A7 flat 9. Now we have the regular old D minor 7 here. This. You say, what? Isn't that a minor 7 flat 5 chord? It certainly is. It's actually a B minor 7 flat 5. But in the G world, we're going to call that a G7 sharp 5 flat 9. And if you went to a regular G chord and looked at the numbers, so we moved this over here, right? And then and we got this was already there, and now we got these two things going on. So here's the sharp 5 on the B string. Here's the flat 9 on the high E string. And in the dominant chord world, those are the numbers we manipulate. The 5 can go sharp or flat, and the 9 can go sharp or flat or regular, one of the two. So let me move my sheet out of the way so you got both worlds here. So, because I don't want to do take 2 on this video. So we did a regular old C major 7. We went here. We went here. And then we went here. Do it again. I got this. And you can always go back to this nice restful C6-9. Practice that, enjoy it. That's another 1-6-2-5 guitar voicing. Alright, so let's look at the fourth one. So here we have this same E minor substituting for a C. We're calling it a C major 9. Now we have this same A7. Flat 9. Now, we got something new with that D minor 9. We have this going on. Well, that's F major. That's F major. There we go with that go to the third and flip it rule again. Now we're substituting F major for D minor. So now we need a G7 sharp 5, which is, squeeze your fingers in there. Last time we did this, but this time on the high E string, we want that on the 3rd fret so we can, and then we're back to home again. Okay, so jot those down, and then I'm going to play it. I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to play it for you one more time. So we had the E minor substituting for C. Now we have this. Now we have F major substituting for D. And then we squeeze in. Got it? Now your job is to get those voicings down. And remember, I showed you 1-6-2-5s and all the keys. Don't just hang out in the key of C or in your favorite song. Try to get that around many keys. Let's do the last one, and then we can call it a video. So we have, and once again, this chord voicing in the last one is nothing more, once again, than E minor substituting for C. So there's that C major 9 sound again. Now, this next chord, A7 sharp 5 sharp 9, is a bit of a Stretch Armstrong, but it is one of my favorite chords in life. I play this chord on the guitar, on the piano all the time. It's just gorgeous. Now we're going to go to that F major substitution again. And we're going to go to a G7 sharp 5 sharp 9. It's just gorgeous. Now we got resolution. So this one I want to talk about a little bit more. So let me get this out of the way. So we got a C major 9, but we're thinking E minor here. Now, how in the world do I find this A7 sharp 5 sharp 9 quickly? I see that there's an A right here on the low E string. I'm going to go over 2 strings and I'm going to work from this note here on the D string. Then I'm going to go down. I got that. Now I got to stretch out a fret, skip a fret. When I played it on G, see how here's G. There's my sight line, I guess, my anchor point. I go over 2 frets and I can do that on any, that's how I find it kind of quickly. Let's say if I wanted a B flat, dominant chord, sharp 5, sharp 9. All right, I'm going to find B flat, I'm going to move over here, and voila, I got it. And B flat wants to go to E flat. So, I'm going to stay on that chord. I told you that's my favorite chord. It is a bit of a Stretch Armstrong, but it's worth it. Let's say I'm playing Misty, and I got Misty. Just holding your hand. So let's go back to the key of C, go back to your chart here. We started off with a C major 9, which when you see C major 9, you can think E minor with a C bass. You're just not playing the bass. The bass player's got the bass. Now your first finger is already in position. All you gotta do is move to an A7 sharp 5 sharp 9. Now we're gonna do that 3/1 F major substitution. Your first finger is already in position. Here we go. To a 1 chord. Just beautiful, just beautiful. Now, that is not to be contrasted with, the regular old way we played when we started this video. Nothing wrong with this. Now, what if I wanted to play a tritone substitution right there? I certainly could do it. Now we have back to the 1 chord. We're in the key of G now. Okay, so I hope I explained that well enough so you can get it. If not, you got comment sections down below. Now, I'm going to put my chart up one more time. So we went this way. This chord, this chord, this chord, this chord, this chord, this chord. That's how we learn it. That's how we learn these progressions. But we don't have to play it that way. We can pick this chord. Now we can start thinking vertically. We can take a 1 chord from here, a 6 chord from down there somewhere, a 2 chord. Any 1 chord goes with any 6 chord, goes with any 2 chord, goes with any 5 chord. So I'm going to leave this chart up, and I hope I'm not blind here because I don't know where my video is going to. So I'm going to take the 1 chord from the first column. First row. Now I'm going to take the 6th chord from the 3rd row. Let's try this one. Now I'm going to take the D minor 9 from the 4th row. I'm going to take this one. And then I'm going to end up with the bottom row. Let's play that G7 sharp 5 sharp 9. So the point I'm making here is you learn it across by row. But after you got it, you can start mixing and matching here. You can start taking one from one row and another one from another row, and then make up your own voicings from this. Have fun with 1-6-2-5 progressions. The last thing you want to do is you want to look for 1-6-2-5 progressions in your song. Look at me, let's see, look at me. We're in the key of E flat. It goes a 2-5-1 to the 4 chord. To A flat. Now let's play sexy A flat. A flat minor. What's coming up? When it says my heart skips a beat, that is a 1-6-2-5. There's a 1. 6. 1-6. So E flat 1. 6. Now I could have played a C7 sharp 5 there. So instead of going a 1, let's do a regular 1. I could have played a dominant chord there. Or I could have played a C7 sharp 5 sharp 9 right there. Now I got an F minor. Point is, at that point in the song, I'm working with a 1-6-2-5-1. So go find your songs. My Foolish Heart, My Funny Valentine, Nearness of You. They are in those songs. But once we got the 1-6-2-5 chord progressions down, the last thing we want to do is now apply these voicings. You know, kick your normal voicings to the curb and put some of these voicings in some of the songs you already know. And you already know how to play. So, hey, we right at just under 30 minutes, so we're right on schedule. Hopefully this was helpful to you. If so, say so in the comments. If you have questions or if I just confused the heck out of you, say so. Gino, I'll see you tonight. Rest of you, I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.